don't know what it is, but I can feel it. Like I like instinctively felt that there was a bigger picture. And really, realizing I'm still on that journey. Like God is using me to help people find the best versions of themselves, help themselves. And I don't even think the story is complete yet. I don't even think the best of it is even yet to come. And so just being in that space to just allow myself to kind of be utilized in a way to kind of help other people in whatever that capacity is. Because if I never worked a day in my life again, I know I have a roof over my head and I'll eat. I'm not a material person. I'm not into all the whatevers. But when I see people that, were really low or really just like in a bad space, whether it's a patient, a friend, family, and I've given them a little nugget or just helped them with something or steered them in a way that they didn't think that they had certain capabilities. And then, we're talking along the way, but a year, 2 years later, they have their dream job or they're doing this and that. It really is like, oh, okay. But I'm the type, like, once it's done, I forget. Yeah. So, and I've had the same cell phone number for, years. So people will come back, 15 years later, oh, Melissa, do you remember? Is this Melissa? I'm like, yes, who is this? And they'll be like, you helped me, this is, say it was Sabrina. And I'm like, okay, I am horrible with names. Give me the backstory. So they'll tell me, oh, I've got 2 kids, you helped me get into nursing school. I'm like, oh my God, how are you? And then I'm telling them their business. And then it's like, they tell me, you doing this helped me do A, B, and C. And now my kids are in college. And I'm just like, oh my God, I did that? Because I'm just like, when did that happen? Because we're just so busy, and that's the goal. It's like, you do what you do, but then you pass the baton, you pour into the next generation, and you keep it moving. But the expectation is you do it for somebody else. Don't hold on to that information. Don't hold on to that sense of self you have, that confidence you have, that resilience you have. Pour it into somebody else. And sometimes it is just a kind word. Yeah. And that's what I'm being told. So for me, that's probably the thing I'm most proud of, is being able to either acknowledge, be humble enough to kind of just let God use me to do whatever it is that needs to be done to help other people. Because I do believe, I know things are kind of wild right now, but I do believe that healthier individuals, healthier families, healthier communities, and we will have the healthiest society that we can have. But we have to fight for it. Nothing's gonna be given to us. Nothing is ever given to us.
That's a fact.
That's worth having. Yeah, so we have to kind of fight for it, and it's not gonna happen in my time. Yeah. Maybe not even in my kids' time, but we have to keep pushing for it. Because our generations did it, and look where we are today. I'm pretty sure 400 or 500 years ago, they did not dream.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted it to be, but
we are ancestors' wildest dreams.
Right. So what could it be in 200-300 years? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But we have to work hard towards it and keep laying the foundation. And so that is, on a personal note, that's what I'm kind of proud of. On an outward note, very proud of, my family, and Fred being back on track. My kids, my girls especially, they are really doing their thing and living their best life, and taking things by storm, and they're doing it quietly. I believe you should succeed quietly. My mom used to say, you don't tell people you're engaged. No, you don't tell people you're dating. You don't tell people engaged. You invite them to the wedding. Yeah. You don't tell people you're saving for a house. You don't tell people you bought a house. You invite them to the housewarming party. Yeah. You succeed quietly. And be happy quietly. Yeah, it's a little gangster.
Mom was gangster.
Oh, she was. Very much so. And it's just you just have to kind of, but in doing so, how can you bring up other people to do the same? Right. How can you bring up other people? That is my big thing. People that dismiss other people, I'm like, no, that's who I want. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even people that I've hired, that some people are like, wait, what? I'm like, nope. They've got the emotional intelligence and soft skills that you can't put on a resume.
You sure can.
You can't go to school for.
Say that.
The technical skills, I can train up. Yeah. And they'll be my best employees. And then I'm like, okay, I don't know if I can. I have one in particular, and I won't say her name. She's amazing. But skill set, amazing as a crisis counselor, and I'm like, you just need letters behind your name. You got this.
To get you in that room.
She in school for social work.
That's what's up. Shout out to her.
She'll call me every now and then and be like,
yeah, I was in that program.
Because you know,
it
the work
me
gets
up and
tough.
spit me out.
Yeah, but I'm
Lord
like,
have mercy.
I love her up, dust her off, get back in there.
Yeah.
You thought this was going to be easy? Absolutely not.
Yeah. If
But
it was easy,
people
everybody
need
would do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Duville has a great program, I think, where they're paying for people to go to school now. You know, did you know that?
I think I know.
PA, nurses, anything.
I know that.
There's a couple of programs in mental health, but they're paying even for books because the need is so great. And so I'm like, get in there quick.
Lord have mercy. You got me wanting to go back to school now, and I love me some Duville. Okay, so what would you say as somebody who's been through the program and as an advisor to somebody who was on the fence about considering applying, or somebody who's currently in the program, depending on when they watch the video?
Right. So I think that even if you're on the fence or you have applied or you're excited about applying, you cannot go wrong doing this program. And you're going to learn so much. You're going to learn different perspectives, different thoughts, things that are going to challenge you, that are going to make you question things, and it's going to make you, and you will come out the other end wanting to be unapologetically savage about fighting for your community. And that is it right there. Unapologetically. Right? And doing what's right. And what do you say? Get into some good trouble? I love that phrase. Yes, get into some good trouble.
I'm all about some good trouble.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, whether you are, you know, wherever people are in their life, don't you want to make the community that you're living in and any community that you're living in better? Don't you want to leave it even better for your kids than what you got? Or not, even if you don't have kids, for somebody else's children.
Absolutely.
Right? So how's that supposed to get done? We all have to take responsibility for that, right? It's like if you have a garbage can in the middle of the floor, everybody's walking by and they're throwing the garbage on the floor. How is it going to get clean? It's our responsibility to keep that garbage where it needs to be. So it's our responsibility to make our community whole. We can't always, or we shouldn't expect other people to do it that don't have our best interests at heart, maybe sometimes.
I love you for saying that. Listen.
Yeah, so we have to fight, and sometimes it has to be a little savage, you know. I don't want to say Tupac lives, but sometimes it get a little savage.
Got to be. Oh yeah.
You have to be unapologetic.
That's
like,
right.
I'm going to stand on this, 10 toes, 10 fingers down, that this is what's right and this is what's needed. And change doesn't happen overnight. So
it sure don't.
That's why I always keep pushing. Not only do we have to do the work, but you have to pour in the next generation. So to do that, join emerging leaders. Join emerging leaders, and you're going to be part of such a great community of leaders, grassroots leaders to CEOs and everything in between. You're going to make such great relationships. You're going to know how to navigate. You're going to know how to community organize. You're going to know how to get around the gatekeepers. You're going to know who the gatekeepers are.
Yeah.
You're going to know how to get things done, because usually there's a leader and then there's the unofficial leader. You're going to know who to engage to get what you need to get done for your community, and then you'll have such a sense of connectivity, and it will translate to the work getting done. And then, of course, you will be a role model to the younger generation, to anybody around you. So when the next cycle comes around, they'll want to apply too.
Hey, there we go. That is awesome. We have the dynamic, the powerhouse, as we said earlier, Melissa Archer. She is here talking to us about her CPR work that she's doing, the mental health. Wait, no. Let me go back to my notes.
New York State Office of Mental Health, Western New York Field Office.
That's right.
CAS grant, yes.
And she's a psychiatric.
Yes.
Mental health nurse. So I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I know I have.
Thank you so much.
Don't expect all these episodes to be this long. This was the first one, but we couldn't have had a better guest. It's been a privilege to reconnect with you and have this kind of a conversation with you.
Yeah.
I know we've spoken a lot and we've been in contact, but to just really sit down and just pick your brain and get to know you a little bit better has been super awesome. Like I said, you're one half of one of my favorite couples in the city. So we want you folks to share this video with folks. If you enjoyed it, get in the comments. Let us know what you think. We want our emerging leaders, alumni, and family to get in the comments. Share your stories. If you want to be on one of these episodes, make sure you hit up Leslie. Hit up Leslie Nickerson over at Open Buffalo.
Yes.
To be featured in the next episode of the Open Buffalo Alumni Spotlight. I am your host, Sherman Webb Middlebrooks, lifelong Buffalo resident and full-time black man. For Melissa Archer.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And anytime you want to come back, anytime you want to produce anything, you just let me know.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, most definitely.
Send me that contract.
I most certainly will. So, in the words of my hero, the Honorable Jerry Springer, y'all take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.
Peace. Jerry Springer Trigger.
He's my hero.
He's crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
But he was a serious reporter.